Yesterday we were talking about watches and clocks, and Christy has you have what kind of a clock at your house?
Grandfather clock.
And I'm not a fan.
I know you're not. It's right outside our bedroom, too. So it's
does it click and clang all night?
Oh, yeah.
I just don't like them. Never have.
It's kind of nice because you know when it's 4
Is it
o'clock, I
Andy's?
can go back to sleep now.
Is it Andy's grandfather clock?
He had a grandmother clock, I think.
And that's what this is
smaller
about.
version.
Huh.
And I had the grandfather.
Greg says the grandmother clock is like a grandfather clock without the dong.
Oh, is that right?
There you go.
The sound you see. That is one fine joke.
Wonderful.
That's from Craig. Thank you, Craig. Much appreciated.
I say we open the bidding we're going to tell that joke every day for 5 straight days.
I'd be happy to. I like that very much.
Yeah.
We love our grandfather clock.
It's
a little loud.
Cool. I don't like that antique-y look of that crap.
How do you feel
would
about
hate my house, though.
How about a cuckoo clock? You like a cuckoo clock? Every hour?
When I was a kid, I insisted my parents get one when I was little, not realizing it was really kind of sort of stashed in a corner of the kitchen. But it was funny for a while.
Kind of a closet misogynistic thing. There's always a guy
Are those set
kissing
to
a
come
woman.
off at a certain time, or they just go off?
No,
The
they go
cuckoo clocks at the top of the hour.
Top of the hour, the little bird would come out.
really
go
annoying.
beep, beep, beep.
Every hour?
Yes.
Oh.
I always loved them in cartoons. There was always some great joke with them. They'd come out and explode or something. Come out and start shooting.
Authorities in Devon, England say the street sign for a street called Daddyhole Road has been stolen multiple times. Apparently,
Can you spell that for me?
Daddyhole.
Daddyhole Road is the same syllables as Copperhead Road.
Yeah.
That's a great song.
Apparently, due to its unusual and suggestive name, residents report the sign frequently vanishes, prompting repeated replacements by the Torbay Council.
A what?
Torbay, Torbay.
Like
the home of Pig Latin, Torbay. Torbay Orny May.
A city official acknowledged the ongoing issue, stating, quote, "There are individuals who appear to be collecting the sign as a souvenir. They seem quite fixated on the name Daddyhole Road, and it continues to go missing."
Yeah, they're changing it to Mom's a Slut to try to cut.
And you
back
get to
on
the
people
intersection
stealing it.
of Mom's Slut and Daddy Hole.
Yeah.
The council
If you had a photograph of it, you could, on Father's Day, as a treat, pin it to your mother's back.
Oh, Tom.
She walks around. Why is everybody looking at me? I don't know.
Like a Daddyhole Road and then a arrow down to her butt crack, right?
I wouldn't be so blatant. I think it's not very subtle. But
The council has not confirmed how many signs have been taken, but discussions are underway about more secure installation methods or possibly alternative solutions to deter theft. We've had this before. They did it out of stone or something once, didn't they? Or not this particular road, but a different one.
Yeah, they was getting stolen so much.
Yeah, it was the big F word, I think, right?
Yeah. There was some explanation for why it was there, but it was a foreign language thing or something.
Mm-hmm.
There's a tour you can take of cities like this that have naughty names, like Cokeville. And Shidington is a city, and it's all in the UK. They all have these interesting naughty names. Yes.
Yes.
Shidington is what it is.
Yeah. It's a long eye, as they say.
No, it's a short eye. But we're on the radio. I'm not like you. I'm not as confident as you are. Just go ahead and cuss it up.
A Colorado funeral home operator has been sentenced to prison after a woman's corpse was discovered in the back of his hearse more than a year after her death.
That seems like too long.
Miles Harford, 34, was sentenced to 18 months behind bars after pleading guilty to abuse of a corpse and theft. Other charges, including forgery, were dropped as part of a plea deal.
Yeah, I think when you got the one big one, why worry about the little ones? When you got the corpse in a car for a year.
The body of a 63-year-old Christina Rosales was found under blankets in the vehicle. Authorities believe it had been left there for 18 months. Mr. Harford gave the woman's family someone else's ashes, falsely claiming they were hers. Police later discovered more cremated remains hidden in boxes throughout his rental home, including in the crawl space. A lot going on there.
I got a question. Wouldn't there be an odor?
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Not after a while.
But
if you get past that initial decomposition. It kind of just.
He must have had one hell of an air freshener.
Where was he putting the other coffins?
Yeah, he obviously wasn't getting a lot of business.
No, obviously
he only
not.
uses the hearse once every year.
Right?
Do you have that little sign on it? AC on, don't break the window. Whatever. Oh God! So then, that ain't Granny on their mantle either.
No, the matriarch of the Rosales family. It's very, 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 very sad. So we'd like to know where you put a grandma. Yes, we'd like to know where you put our grandma. There's a corpse in the hearse, corpse in the hearse, baby. Corpse in the hearse, been over a year now. Corpse in the hearse, corpse in the hearse, baby. Oh, corpse in the hearse. They gave us her cremains at the home. Mostly ash, a little tooth and bone. We're told it was our grandma Rosales, the one who made us sweet tea and tamales. Her body's in the hearse now, so please explain. We should have known the ashes looked like cocaine. Yeah, we'd like to know why you stashed our grandma. Yeah, we'd like to know why you didn't cremate our abuela. There's a corpse in the hearse. Corpse in the hearse, baby. Corpse in the hearse. Been over a year now. Corpse in the hearse. Corpse in the hearse, baby. Corpse in the hearse. Corpse in the hearse.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
I mean, I've left some T-shirts in my car. You know, some Bob and Tom T-shirts. They've been in the car for maybe 6 months.
Sure.
But never a body. But
Have you ever gone to a restaurant and gotten a entree kind of boxed up and left it in your car for like a week?
Not a week, but I've done that.
Overnight enough.
I got this letter. Dear Bob and Tom Show, my son's car had been inoperable, so we towed it to a local parking garage, borrowing space so we could figure out what to do with it. Months later, we had it towed back to CarMax. We opened it up. We were overtaken by the rancid smell. He had left a pork loin in the trunk. Yeah, I left a salmon in my car once for a couple days by mistake.
Cedar plank?
I'd forgotten. No, I didn't have the cedar plank. I intended to.
Had it been cooked or was it raw?
It was raw.
Nice.
But, I mean, the body, yeah. And again, did he not use the hearse?
That's what I
wonder if he got a new one, and then he just kind of parked the one in the back,
just
forgot.
It's like anything else. I mean, you got a hearse or a regular car. Yeah, I got a new one. I'll just park it.
When I lived downtown 20 years ago, I used to keep my car unlocked so they would stop breaking my car window to steal my change.
Right.
And I got in the car and I'm driving to work one day. I'm like, man, it smells weird in here. And all of a sudden in my rearview mirror, someone sits up and there was a homeless guy sleeping in my back seat.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, oh, my God, I hit the brakes. He goes, oh, I'm sorry to startle you. He goes, I was just trying to get some sleep. I was like, okay. But it was a two-door, so I had to, get out and move the seat up so I'd let him out of my car.
And that man who fell asleep in your car was our producer, Jason Hofstad.
Oh,
Isn't that
What a success story.
Did he ask you to take him back to where
He did not. I just let him out on the side of the
So you
road.
didn't, well, I mean, what would you call the police?
No.
Would you?
No,
right?
I was like, oh, it's all good. Here.
It's lucky you weren't so startled you could have crashed.
Luckily, yeah, I was in rush hour traffic driving through downtown, but scared the bejesus
I
out.
bet.
I'm like, man, something smells weird in this car. And then all of a sudden just pops up out of the back seat. Oh, my goodness.
Wouldn't you give him like $20 or something? I mean,
I was just like, hey, I'm going to let you. So I pulled over, but that was the best part. I had to get out and then slide the seat up so he could get out.
What would you do if as he's getting out, he says to you, see you tomorrow morning?
I'd be like, sounds good, buddy.
Officials in Pennsylvania have announced a Fill My Hole initiative to tackle potholes.
Boy,
Hang on a
I
second.
hope the governor's a lady.
What's it called again?
It's called Fill My Hole.
All right.
Millersburg Borough Inc. said in a Facebook post that while its annual budget only allows for limited paving projects, we want to do a better job at keeping up with the potholes. So to meet that goal, the borough launched an electronic reporting form where residents can submit a road hazard, and crews will aim to address the pothole within 48 hours.
Good idea.
Residents will be notified about delays, though, if crews are unable to fill a hole themselves. So there you go. This is in Pennsylvania.
They have Fill My Hole T-shirts.
Tackle their potholes. And
they should.
I don't know.
It's perfect, yeah.
That's a moneymaker. Fill my whole T-shirts.
Oh, that's hilarious. Well, now, do you have a song? You were giving me the signal.
true story. I think you know because I was on the phone with you in Detroit.
Oh, yes.
And hit a
tell the
pothole.
story.
And oh my goodness, yeah. The story is in the song, so I'll let it just unfold as I sing. Driving home late from Detroit. It's dark and no orange cones. Lost in a strange part of town. No place to break down alone. Oh no, I hit a pothole on a neglected avenue. And then I bust a tire.
Neglected avenue, Tom.
I hit a pothole on a neglected avenue. Situation's dire. Waiting for help at a strip club on a Motown amateur night. I sipped a $10 Pepsi. Lap dance cost $45. Good God, I hit the pothole on a neglected avenue. Now I'm hanging with the strippers. I hit a pothole on a neglected avenue. She's rubbing on my zipper. Neglected avenue.
It was a classic. I was at home and Pat called me and I could hear.
The stripper?
No. When he hit it.
Come on, you're not going to pay me now?
No. This is before he went into the strip.
I was on a bridge.
And all of a sudden there's this thump.
Oh, you were talking to him at the time.
Yeah, at the time of the, and then
It's a really loud noise if you're on the phone with somebody in a car
And I
and they
said,
hit
Tom,
a
I got to
later.
pull over. I bust the tire and
he had to
waited
go to
for AAA to show up at
a
it's called the Flight Club outside of Detroit.
an urban, if you will, strip club.
Cool.
Oh, I have a question about strip clubs, and I don't know if this is true. Is it true that the stripper pole turns and the stripper doesn't actually spin on the pole? It's like
I believe they could either lock it or unlock it.
oh, okay. So they do have the option.
Yeah.
I
So
have
if you're-
actually seen girls spinning around a pole
Right,
for
right.
sure.
I think, though, it's a lot.
But that's cool if it spins itself. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Strip
And that-
clubs are a lot like magicians' tricks. I think there's a lot going on
Oh,
there that
okay.
we don't
That you don't wanna
understand.
Yeah.
And a lot of tricks.
Right now we're going to switch gears and go up to the big screen where we have. Oh, look who's there!
Hey, look at who's here.
It's Mr. Jeffrey
Couldn't you
Oskey.
just put a tie on
I
and
know.
stayed in your chair?
Well, when I bomb, I like doing it away from you guys so I don't have to feel it as much.
Fair enough.
I totally get that.
Okay.
Yes.
I am at the Failed to Mention news desk. We give you a lot of the news each week. We don't give you all the news, so I'm here to give you the news that we failed to mention.
Here's Jeff Oskey with Failed to Mention News.
A New Jersey native was the second person to be gored by a bison in Yellowstone National Park in the past few months. What you failed to mention, come to Yellowstone for the Old Faithful. Stay because you're dead.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa. Yeah. There's no choice. Yeah.
A German chancellor has invited his constituents to join him for a week away at a swingers resort. Before the trip, he will be leading a weekend of games and fun to acclimate new people to the swinging scene. What you failed to mention, some of the games and events include men over 8 inches can sign up to compete in the 3-legged race. There's a couple's naked ring toss. The sack race looks super painful. There will be a live outdoor version of Pin the Peen on the V.
I love that game.
They'll have topless jump rope, always a favorite for the men. For our out friends, there's the super gay baton relay. Lots of workshops, swinging 101, so you just watched your wife bang another man. Now what? How to be a woman and not get jealous 202. There's an underwater naked basket weaving class, of course. And how to get stains out of clothing with special guest speaker Bill Clinton. Over on the Midway, we have Wacky the Clown. Wacky does amazing balloon animals from Magnum condoms. That's if you can get them to stop whacking it long enough to twist one up for you. That's Wacky the Clown.
Wacky the Clown.
Oh, we've got nude bungee jumping, skins versus skins, 2-hand touch football. We have a drunk tank. It's just a normal dunk tank, but we've replaced the water with margaritas.
Yeah.
They have frisk tag, and at night, The coveted weenie roast. They're German. They like things a bit risky.
Oh.
Couples cost $250. Single ladies over Germany 6 get in free. Single men $19,000. And finally, some eggs were recently recalled for containing salmonella and sending some people to the hospital. What you failed to mention, man, eggs are having a hell of a year, aren't they? First, they're too expensive. Then there weren't enough of them. Now the ones we do have are making people sick. I feel like the chickens are starting to turn on us. We do all the hard work, and you come and steal our babies from right out under us.
Oh.
Enjoy your high cholesterol and chlamydia, you dicks. I'm Jeff Oskey, and this has been the news that I failed to mention.
What you failed to mention.